Welcome back to the Black and Gold Standard Podcast. And this is our last segment of the top five free agents in each position. And today we're going to talk about the cornerbacks and the safeties. Um, I think cornerbacks. I think Pittsburgh needs to be big time buyers in this position. I really think the Steelers probably will draft a guy. I don't know how early they'll get a corner, but I really believe that they should be big time buyers in this corner market. And actually, if it was me, and we'll get into it, but it's a couple of guys that at 1201, I'm putting my best contract out there and try to get these guys signed and have that position taken care of. Because right now, you got Joey Porter, which is still, he's a guy that's still kind of trying to find himself a little bit, but the Steelers need a serviceable number two. And Dante Jackson, he had an actually good year. I think he had like 5 interceptions, but he's kind of injury prone, and I think the Steelers can do better than his services. And he's a free agent, and I really don't see the Steelers bringing him back. So with that said, let's look at this corner market and see what's out here. All right, so my my number one corner is DJ Reed. Kind of not the ideal size that what I'm looking for, and I think the Steelers are probably looking for, but he's a tough guy. He supports the run, and he's a damn good corner. And the one thing I like about him, when he was with the Jets, he played that number two role on the other side of Sauce Gardner. So he got a lot of targets. People stayed away from Sauce, but they tried him, and he held up. So me personally, he could come to Pittsburgh and actually be the number one guy. But even if they still treat Porter as the number one guy, he's used to he's used to being targeted a lot, because like I said, that's what was going on in New York. And like I said, the Steelers really need to get this position together, because this is like my number one reason why, depending on how free agency goes for Cincinnati. But this is my number one reason why I always thought the Steelers it's just a bad matchup with Cincinnati, is because of the corners. Like I say, Porter is still really, really trying to find himself still. But he had a solid year this year. Like I said, I thought he improved in his tackling. His tackling was much better. So he just needs to not be so handsy and get the cheap penalties that he was kind of getting. But right now, I would say DJ Reed is my number one guy. And then, like I say, at 1201, when guys can sign, the Steelers need to be at his front door with a contract in hand, or have him in Pittsburgh, that morning, and don't let him leave the facility. These other guys, they're okay. Me personally, if you can't get Reed, I would go after Ashanti Samuel, and I think he's a solid corner, but he's only 25. He's only 25, and I would definitely he would be my number two guy. So if something couldn't happen with Reed, I would definitely be knocking on Samuel's door and trying to get him signed. So regardless, the Steelers need to bring in a veteran corner, and this, this need to be probably a big money expense that they need to look at, and they need to spend some money here. All right, so the next position is the safeties. Um, really don't see Pittsburgh being a big buyer in the safety department. I really don't like any of these guys. So I think right now the Steelers are pretty much set at safety with Fitzpatrick and Elliott. So I could see if anything like KZ, maybe not. He may not be back, but I could see that position being filled with a rookie. Probably drafting a guy late, free agent, maybe a free agent rookie, to fill that position. But I don't see the Steelers spending a lot of money because I mean you got $18 million, in Mika, so they can't afford to spend major money on the free agent market in this position. So I don't really see Steelers going after any of these guys, and I really don't see them bringing in a free agent. Unless, like I say, at the end of free agency and somebody maybe didn't sign and they can get him on the cheap. That's about the only way I really see the Steelers bringing in any of those guys. But like I say, I think safety is actually the way to. I mean, the cornerback is actually the way to go, and I think that's the way that the Steelers are leaning towards, as far as on the defensive side, bringing in somebody. So we'll see. We'll kind of see what they do, but um, that's the need. The need is going to be getting a number one / number two type corner, and him and Porter kind of work that out. But with that said, that's pretty much it. As far as the free agents go, we went through everybody on defense. We went through everybody on offense. We got something special coming up on Friday. So look for that. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.